What?
You let him buy the sheep for Korban Pesach.
We have a sheep
Your
already.
life.
You go buy? No, we need to.
Shkoya.
Not for me.
It's before the happening. We kind
From Shimshon Feder. Shkoya. Shalchmonis. We got our first Shalchmonis. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I think it's part of the king.
Yeah. Time is cooking, and you know how it works with Daf Yomi. You have a Purim, and it gives you the hardest daf. That's how it goes. Ooh, look over there. Look in the bookcase. Here, I see right over here. There's a Gemara right here, Chaim. I see a Gemara here. There's other thing they could have done for the daf. I didn't print out anything. Finished. Okay. Okay, let's go back just to review. Let's go back real quickly to Itmar and Daf Kuf Yud Gimel and Beis. Okay, you guys here? Let's go. We gotta move. Daf Kuf Yud Gimel and Beis by Itmar. A Freilich Purim. Last year at this time I was very hungover, and I wasn't here, so I didn't drink last night. I had a battle. Okay, Itmar. We're going to see that Rav Ami, Rav Asi hold that Ein Isser Chalal Isser, and there's three ways to learn a Machlokes and Rav Ami, Rav Asi. What's the question? If somebody took a piece of chaylev and cooked it together with milk, chaylev and chalav, right? It reads the same, it looks the same. If you don't have nekudas, it could be a problem. If somebody took a piece of chaylev and cooked it with chalav, is that considered basar b'chalav? What's the question? Because you already have the isser of chaylev that the animal was born with. You're not allowed to eat chaylev. Can you add another isser of basar b'chalav to it? Itmar. So 6 lines from the bottom. Kuf Yud Gimel and Beis. Hamavashal chaylev b'chalav. Rebbe Ami v'Rebbe Asi chadom aloika v'chadom a'ela. Machlokes. We think. Leime b'hakam mifligi demand the Omar loika kosover isachal isser. We learned this already yesterday, so just going over it quickly. So maybe perhaps the machlokes is one says isser chalal isser, so therefore you're over on 2 lavim, also for bas b'chalav. Uman domain loika kosover ein isser chalal isser, and the one that says that you only get 1 malchus is because he holds ein isser chalal isser. Loy.
So ein loika means he doesn't get malchus
The second. Loy the kuli alma ein isser chalal isser. Everybody agrees that there's no bas b'chalav here. Achila the kuli alma leipligid loy. You cannot get malchus for eating. Why? Because in that one bite that you take, you're also eating chaylev, you're also eating basar b'chalav, so everybody agrees that you don't get malchus for that. Kiligya bishul. Here's an amazing concept. Could you be over cooking chaylev and chalav? There is 0 isser to cook chaylev. You can cook chaylev all day long, right? Because it's treif. You're allowed to cook treif, you're not allowed to eat treif. So I would think, not everything, the Gemara says, according to everybody, maybe you're not, or this machlokes, maybe you're not over even on basar b'chalav. Why not? Because since there's no isser to eat this meat as basar b'chalav, the only isser is chaylev, so maybe there's no isser to cook it as basar b'chalav also. The bishul and achila are dependent on each other. They're linked. Why are they linked? They're linked in the language of the Torah. When the Torah says 3 times, don't eat basar b'chalav, it doesn't say don't eat. It says don't cook. 3 times the same exact lashon. What the Torah should have said maybe is loy sevashal, loy soichal, loy sehene. Whatever. 3 different things. The Torah says it in one lashon to tell you that bishul is dependent on achila. Yes, it teaches us about achila, but it has to be like. So if I'm not over on achila, I'm not over on bishul.
So if you're not going to eat that subsequently, you just did bishul, you're not over?
What are you talking about? In general or now?
In general, if I cook basar b'chalav together, but I'm not going to eat.
But I could eat it. I could be over. I have the potential to be over. Over here, I don't have the potential to be over on achila. So then I can't be over on bishul. It makes sense almost logically. I'm cooking something here that I can't even eat. I can't be over on it. So why should I be over on the cooking part? Torah just says what? You can't cook up a dish, and after that what? And I go ahead and I eat that dish. I'm not even over anything. So there's just the Israel cooking. Like on Shabbos,
no.
But not by basar b'chalav. Wow.
That's right, baby. I got up.
And he was drunk, like what? Yeah, okay. That was the best part of the night is when the bouncer picked him up.
He didn't pick him up. This guy told the bouncer to
Yes.
pick me up for no reason.
Well, we did it last year also. It was a lot of fun. Your wife enjoyed it. And then we let you back in. Okay.
Why is Eli doing that to you?
Okay, I think he's still hungover. All right. So that's one shot. Boys, we're going to see 3 pshatim here.
Bounce it there.
You know the bouncer is Yedidi's brother.
That's Edith's brother?
That's Yedidi's brother.
Serious?
If you don't go to Torah, you go to...
that one. But that's not so bad, by the way. That's
Yeah.
good.
All right, let's go. No, it's pouring, but we got to go. We're still on yesterday's daf. Shem Yerachem. Okay.
Why would
So
you-
again, inside. Achilo de kuli al maloi pligi deloi laki. Of course, you don't get malchus on the achilo. Why? Because it's 2 isurim. You already have chaylev. Ein isachal iser. And that's how we're going to see that Rabami and Ravasi. Somebody take care of this guy. Rabami and Ravasi are going to hold ein isur chalal iser. Okay, fine. Ki pligi abishol. The question is whether or not you get malchus for cooking. Mandom aloike chadisurhu. This is what we just discussed. Since the Torah uses the lashon of bishul, kivin da'alachila loy laki, bishul nami loy laki. Truth is, I'm trying to stall and just do as much as we can of yesterday's daf, so we don't have to get into today's daf. It's one of those. Okay. Vigad Amri, no, for me, not for you guys. For you guys, it's going to go really smooth. Yesterday, I had this big headache. It was the middle of the tinus, and I'm trying to do this stuff. It's just not going. People coming in and out, and the music, and what are we doing, and where's the beer? It wasn't Gishman.
Yeah, it is a little sunny.
Weiter. Vigad Amri abishul kuli almi. Okay, and here comes the second shot. Here's what we're holding. Rabbi said. Vigad Amri abishul kuli almi loy pligi delaki. Everybody will agree, like Mr. Kornblue, that what do you mean? He was mevashelit. He was over Isser, so of course you get Malchus. It's possible that there's a problem with Achila. Okay, that's Pasha. That side, we said before, so there shouldn't be any problem eating this Basar B'Chalav. There is no Basar B'Chalav because there's already Chalav. Since, here's the reverse, since you are over on cooking, so therefore it should be over achila nami laki, even though it's a isur chalal isur. The Torah says, but you were over on bishul. So since you're over on bishul, you're over also on achila. This makes more sense to you, Mr. Kornblue. See, this one you agree to. And this is the simplest way to go. Maro machadu ma. What was the problem? The Rabami and Ravasi, we don't know which one said what, but one said you get malchus, one said you don't get malchus. They weren't even talking about the same thing. They're not even arguing. One is talking about bishul, you get malchus. One is talking about achila, you don't get malchus, and there is no machlekes. Meisvei. Hamevashu b'mei cholav potter. So now what we say? We said that according to Rabami and Ravasi, ein isur chalal isur. So now if you cook with mei cholav, what's mei cholav? Whey. It's the clear liquid that you see on top of the milk. We call it whey. Now, halachically, this is milchiks. You can't just eat a steak and then drink this whey. That's not going to work. The question is, when it comes to bishul, can you cook with this whey? Says the Gemara Potter. In terms of bishul, it's not. Why? Because this is not what milk looks like when it comes out. This is not the.
How milchik is it really, Rabbi?
What?
How milchik is it really?
Yeah. Dam shebishloi b'cholav Potter. Now, another halacha. Cooking with blood is not basar b'cholav. Potter. All the things that are not really meat, like the hooves of the animal, the horns of the animal, the sinews, all that stuff, it's not meat. So if you cook with it, milk, you are potter. Hapigul. And here's the problem for us. If the kohen thinks to himself that he's going to eat this piece of meat chutz l'zman, so, and he goes and he eats it, he'd be chayiv kares. Oh, he's chayiv kares. So what do you think? What happens if he's chayiv kares, but he cooks it basar b'chalav? Should he be over also on basar b'chalav? If you say ein isur chalal isur, he shouldn't be over. And what does it say here? Hapigul v'anois v'atomish shebishlam b'chalav chayiv. He's over also on basar b'chalav. So what's the problem? Problem is, you see, isur chalal isur. And you just said a second ago, Ravami Ravasi hold, ein isur chalal isur. Says the Gemara, that's not a problem. Haitan asav isur chalal isur, and finished. Yeah, the author of this brayso holds isur chalal isur, that's why he says it. Everywhere in the Torah he holds that. Hamavashal b'mei cholav potter, Misele Shlakish, okay, this is just a side thing that we have a raya tur of Shlakish, who also said,
Question, what kind of, it doesn't have to be an issue chalal isur issue. Yeah, this had a shasa kosher, and it became pickle, and it became nicer, but it was be'etzem heter.
Yeah, but when the guy takes a bite out, right? But when the guy takes a bite out of it, he gets chorus and bas b'chalav in the same second. So it's two isurim. You're right. Once upon a time it was okay, and then he created isur chorus afterwards. But at the end of the day, his bite, does he get two isurim biting it or not? That's isur chal isur. When we're talking about, so it says, okay, before we explain what it says that whey has the same halacha as milk. And moichal, like this, the clear juice that comes out of an olive, not the oil, is like olive oil. So it says over here, that's the same. Says roim. No, it's not really the same. It's not that if you cook it, you're over. Just it has the ability to be machshir zroim for tahara. So if you instead of pouring water on your fruit and now it's susceptible to tumah, if you pour whey on it, it's also susceptible to tumah. But not. So this is a good raya to Rish Lakish. Our sugi that we just said that whey is not bas b'chalav is a good raya to Rish Lakish that also says it's not bas b'chalav. It's just enough. It's just considered a liquid for hechsher tumah.
We need you by Scheinberg today.
What?
We need you by Scheinberg today.
Yes, he loves whey. He loves all this stuff.
Because this whole issue of whey plays big questions in halacha on milky chocolate and all these products. Are they considered?
This is he be living up this stuff. Yeah.
No way.
Tana Baran. If whoever wasn't at the party last night to see Dr. Epstein dance with the young guys, there is video proof. Okay, so now we had yesterday, we have Chalev Imoy, 3 limudim. It's interesting because if you look at the sugi, yesterday Shmuel holds that Chalev Imoy includes all animals, and then he works his way from there. It includes everything, and now I have to take off stuff. And now this sugi is the reverse. What? Gdi. Gdi includes not, when the Torah says Gdi according to Shmuel, he doesn't view it as, just a Gdi, all animals. And then he starts taking off, but not a Tomei, and not a this, not a that. Now the Gemara is going to say the opposite, according to this Mandama. When the Torah says Gdi, it's very specific to Gdi. Now I have to add stuff, not take off stuff. B'chalev imoy, ein yelo b'chalev imoy. B'chalev part of v'racham, since the Torah doesn't include a cow, how do I know a cow and sheep? Amris kal v'chomer. Oh, here the fun starts. This is mamish, this is geshmak stuff for Purim. Unbelievable. So here's a kal v'chomer, very simple kal v'chomer. Uma imoy shelo nesra imoy b'harba. You're allowed halachically to take a mother goat and her kid, literally, right? That's how you call a baby goat, a kid. You're allowed to take the kid and the goat together and mate them, pair them off. It's not a problem. Oh, so it has a kula. You see, it's weak. You let do arba to it. Nesri maybe bishul. The Torah says you're not allowed to cook the milk of the mother or the meat of the mother with the milk of the mother. You're not allowed to do harba with a cow and a goat, and it didn't. So certainly it should be isavas b'chalav with a cow. So wait a minute. Do I need a pasuk right now? I just said a kal v'chomer. I said a kal v'chomer to prove that you're not allowed to cook a cow with a goat. And then the Gemara says, oh, and by the way, and I have a pasuk saying also you're not allowed to cook a cow with a goat. You just told me a kal v'chomer. It's interesting. Rashi over here goes out of his way to explain Mikara de Dina Pircha means the first step of the kal v'chomer is off. Mikara, the beginning part is off. Your whole proof is from a mother who's mutter in harba with her kid. So you're saying that she's weak because she's allowed to marry her own kid. Wait a minute, she has a very strong chumrah here. There's an isur oisiv es benoi on a mother goat and a child. You see that she has this a chumrah, so therefore So that's why the Torah needs a chalev. So what is the second chalev? First chalev tells me a goat. And a goat comes to exclude, I have to go back a second. A goat comes to exclude a tameh and a zachar. What else did we learn yesterday? Shchuta. Yeah, Mesa. Very good. So shchuta, zachar, and a tameh. From that one word, all three limudim that Shmuel used yesterday, from chalev imoy, I can learn it out from one chalev imoy today, according to this mandamar. But now I have to start adding stuff with the other chalev imoys. I was thinking about you, Noam, yesterday, because you were asking, did you take it off, you put it on, so it gives it a little bit more clarkite. So now we're trying to put stuff on. So the second one we learned, what do we learn from the second chalev imoy today? A cow. And now we have one more chalev imoy left. Tan yidach, v'chalev imoy, ein ale v'chalevim, v'chalev achoyse g'doyle menayin. Oh, so here it comes very interesting. Achoyse g'doyle. What's achoyse g'doyle? What does the older sister mean? So the first pshat in Rashi is, and the Mesivta is learning like that, I don't know why. The first pshat in Rashi is that achoyse g'doyle means a larger animal, like a cow. So we're talking about a goat. A goat has an older sister called a cow, and a younger sister called a sheep. Rashi goes away from that pshat. He doesn't like it so much, and he says the pshat is achoyse g'doyle means literally an older sister of a goat. That was the way Meiser works. You can only take Meiser within the same year. So if they have to be born in the same year, from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah, and the Gemara tells us that a goat could give birth within her first year. So if she was born on Rosh Hashanah, potentially she could give birth before the next Rosh Hashanah, and then they'll both be Meisered on the same day, or in the same year. Whereas her own sister, who's older than her born in a different year, cannot be Meisered with her. That's a achoyse g'doyle. One that already you took Meiser from, or they're just in a different year. They're not together. So achoyse g'doyle is worse off than her own mother. A mother you could take Meiser with her, but achoyse g'doyle you can never take Meiser with her.
What, she give birth only once a year?
No.
No, it's just a different sister.
It's shayach. It's a different sister.
No,
Hey,
Ima is also shy.
you're right. I don't know, but in the achoyse g'doyle one, not. I hear what you're saying. I don't, Rashi. You have to look at Rashi on the base. Kuf Yudal on the base. Rashi says, "V'roy ani is divri Rabbi Yosef tuv elam." 3 lines from the bottom. Sharisi chuvas ksav yodei achizik g'doyle achizik tano. Aminim mamish kamar sheimingli kamoisu g'doyle zug zikena shekvanis asro ktana zug dio. No, sorry. So it's one that took ma'aser already. Maybe that's the pshat. You already took ma'aser, not because that you could or can't. But he likes that pshat a lot more, and it flows better with the Gemara, I think. There's a lot of issues with the other one. But I'll go upon him. We're going to go with that one. I saw the art school learns like that as well. They say, I don't know why the Mesivta just says, as a pashas, like he's going with the first pshat, and it doesn't flow, and Rashi doesn't like it either. Okay. So we have achoyse g'doyle menayin. How do you know that the oiver on basar b'chalav on a sister that already has ma'aser? I'm just going to have a choimer. A mother could go with her daughter to have ma'aser in the same year. Yet but a sister that you can't go into the same, you can't take ma'aser already because she already took, and it didn't. So that's another drasha according to another man. So why do I need b'chalevim? I just gave you a kavachoymer, the same question we had before. I have a pircha mother has a chumrah of Isis benai, whereas the older sister doesn't have. So Mela, not a good kavach. That's why I need the pasuk. So now I have the older sister that already took meiser from the year before, which means, according to Rashi, a sister that you could take meiser with goes into the pen, not necessarily ketana or not, but it's referring to a goat that you could take meiser with. Minayin asim ibenya. I learned tzadashava of a mother and an older sister. Whatever pircha I have, this one is oisis b'nai, but the older sister doesn't have oisis b'nai. This one doesn't. You can't take meiser. The mother you could take meiser. This is where Chaim goes to sleep. He's already snoring out loud. I heard it before. Before I mentioned it, already like, oh no. שהוא בוסו ועשה לבשו בחולב. אף אני אוהב יחוי זקטנו, שהוא בוסו ועשה לבשו בחולב. Yochi, I'm sorry guys, I should have had charts and all that, but if it's not a regular day. Yochi achoy segdoilo nami teisim ibenya. So this is a little bit more difficult. So Rashi explains that the same way I learn achoy segtano from Tzal Shov, I could also learn achoy segdoilo. Yes, but at the end of the day, according to the first pshat that he was saying, at the end of the day, you learn achoy segtano. Only then I can learn. I'm sorry, you learned about a chosik from a limud. What was it that we just learned? A chosik dano. So, but he says no. He says over here, all the way on Beis, udroi shochi ma'im shenichsim l'dir nesrim b'bishal chosik dolei kolchkin ma'im shekin nesrim b'shchita pardechich mal parshkin. Bekitzer, the same way I learn a chosik dano, I can learn a chosik doila. Says the Gemara, eino chenami elo b'chalevi imoy lamali. So this is the final pshat. So what do I need? What do I do with the third one? The Gemara is going to say what I do is that how do I know that I could shecht a goat? First, I take milk out of a goat, then I shecht her and I cook her herself with her own milk. If I took the milk after she's dead, we learn. That's not a problem. That's only with the Rabbanan. But how do I know that when I got the milk earlier, it's aser? He asked me, how do I know that she's also with her own milk? If you have two kids of the same animal, you're allowed to shecht them both on the same day. Yet, the mother and her daughter are also on the same day. What's a pre and pre? One goat with the milk, bibishul, pre and pre bibishul. How do you have bishul, pre and pre?
You mean pre of the mother, and the milk is also pre of the
Exactly. You take how do you mavashal a pre and a pre? Not two goats that were born by one, but a goat and her milk is pre and pre. And it didn't shenesa pre imoaim bibishul. So now the Gemara just goes into a whole long thing, figuring out if pre and pre has to do with the mother, with the father, that kind of thing. Could we use it as a chumrah? Is this kav chaymer or chumrah? Again, so let's see what's the kav chaymer so we don't get lost. In a place that the two peiros are not a problem by shchita, right? Two kids of the same animal, you're allowed to shecht on the same day. Nesar prima in b'shchita, but there's a problem when it comes to shchita. The father and the mother, the mother, and the child cannot be shecht on the same day. Where the Torah says you can't cook bas or b'chalav, which is pre, in pre, and then shenesa prima ein bebishul. Interesting kavachoyim. If pre and pre, which is weaker than pre and ein, where do I see it? By shchita. By shchita, which one is weaker? Pre and pre. You're allowed to shecht two kids in the same day, but pre and ein you're not allowed to shecht. So when it comes to bas or b'chalav, certainly. When you ask her basa b'chalav, pre and pre, which is weak by shchita, certainly you should ask her pre and pre when it comes to basa b'chalav, which is the mother and herself. Prima aim. The mother, she herself with her own milk. It's the same style. The whole Gemara is the same style. It gives you a kavachomer, pretends a second later that it never gave you a kavachomer, slips in a pasuk, and then asks you the question, why do you need a pasuk? I just said a kavachomer. Halam ali kuro hasila. Amr v'chad v'barami mishum dekela meimar sus ben sus yach ipirdich yach. Kishmak stuff. The what? Sus. A horse, the son of a horse, is perfect. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a horse, the son of a horse. But if that horse has a sister that's a mule, because her mother was mizana, she's a bad horse, she married a donkey in a previous marriage, and she had a mule. One female horse had two children. One was a normal child, a horse, and one was a mule. The mule and the horse, children cannot marry each other because they're different breeds. But the child can marry his own mother. You don't have to prevent a kid horse to be with its own mother. That's mutter. So what do we see? The prima aim is more lenient lighter than pre and pre.
That's mitzvah.
That's not real pre and
Very good, and that's what the Gemara is going to ask. That's only because the mother. But I have another case. I have the opposite case, and then the Gemara is going to say the same exact thing when it comes to slaves. There's a case where a kid slave could be with its mother, not literally its mother, but the same type of its mother, and the slaves that cannot be with their sisters, and the slaves that could be with the sisters but can't be. The kids are. You have the same exact thing. Let's see. Sus ben susio achi pir diyichir. So also pre and pre. You're not allowed to mate the mule with a horse. Umuter pri imaim, but the same horse is allowed with his mother. Says the Gemara, Hasam zerav u'de kogarim.
I thought you do not reproduce full stop.
They don't reproduce. We don't care about the outcome, but you're not allowed to put them together. They're not allowed to mate.
They make.
Yeah,
It's no effect.
to no effect. Although there are sometimes effects. I looked it up. Sometimes it's very rare. Bismanein, I'm talking about nowadays. They don't reproduce. Once in a while, there's like a big chiddush and it goes in the newspaper and the whole thing. Hasam zera avu de kogarim. It's an interesting thing that they can't reproduce. Like, why not? But that's how it is. Hasam zera avu de kogarim. Over there, what's the problem? The mother didn't do anything wrong. She's the mother. She had two children. One child is off. One child is a mule. Why? Because her husband was the bad guy. He was different. He was a donkey. So that's not because of the mother. The Pered ben Susio. Now I'll prove it to you. The Pered ben Susio. What if a mule, the son of a horse, achi pirda? If you have two mules, the mother's a horse, and she had two mules. She was faithful to her donkey husband, and she had two children. Those two children are allowed to mate because they're both mules, but they are not allowed to mate with their mother. Because she's a horse. So it's the exact opposite. You see, nothing to do with mother and daughter. It has to do with who the father is. Shumuta pri and pri, vaza pri and This is the same exact yisai basically. We're just going to another case in humans. Eved ben shifcha, achi mishuchrer es yichiach. If a slave's own sister is free, then he can't marry her because he's a slave and she's free. So what's the answer to that? That has nothing to do with her. That has to do because she got to get shikhr. It's not that her body changed. She's the same person she was 5 minutes ago. Just somebody released her. Shazur pri in pri. Over there, a brother is not allowed to marry sister. Rashi points out it's not talking about a brother marrying sister because anyways they're not. Rav Schoenberg, we missed you. We're discussing wave v'chulu. Now in a different sugya. Fine. Yeah. It just means like kind. A slave cannot marry another slave who is free, another family.
And that's what it means mutter and imai.
Yeah, exactly. He's not allowed with his mother, like his mother. Hasam get shichurhu de kogarim. Over there, obviously, is because nothing changed in her. Just the master gave her a get. A slave, the son that the mother is free. Over there, a slave can marry the other slave, but he can't marry someone like his own mother who is freed. So there's nothing to do with mother and daughter or siblings. It has to do with the get shikhr. Who got to get shikhr or not? What about seeds? Sha'asur pri and pri, umutar pri imoim. This is interesting. The two seeds are considered peiros of the ground. They both came from the ground. So the Gemara says, Sha'asur pri and pri, you're not allowed to take two seeds and combine them. So that's a case of siblings. But the mother who created the seed, the earth, you couldn't put the seed in the earth. So here again we have a case of mother, daughter is okay, but brother, sister is also. Says the Gemara, no, klumnesa pri and pri. There's no issur to put two seeds together. The issur is to put two seeds together in the ground. So again, the mother's the problem. If you put two seeds in a bag, there's no issur. The issur is putting them in the ground. This is the final thing. If you have shekein shnei gufim, you have two goats, a mother and a daughter, is two shtei gufim. But the actual goat herself, over here we want to learn out the milk of herself, being mevashal with herselh. That's guf echad. That I don't know. I know two gufim. I don't know guf echad. The svar in just two gufim and guf echad. That's why I need the final chalev imoy to say that even one guf is aser to be mevashal. All right. And now on to easier stuff. Omer Ravashi. So now the Gemara is going to go through a whole slew. It's like 5 different ways of learning. We know bas b'chalav that it says in the Torah 3 times. There's other ways to learn it. There's a general klal in the Torah, and there's a whole sugya about it in Psachim, the beginning of Psachim, where the Torah says, if the Torah says don't do something, and you do it anyways, it becomes a te'eva where you're not allowed to eat it anymore. So over here, the Torah says don't cook it, and you cooked it. Nothing to do with another pasuk saying you can't eat bas b'chalav. Somewhere else in the Torah it says lo soicha kol te'eva. This is a te'eva.
So how did it become a te'eva?
Because the Torah told you not to do it. The Torah says lo sevashel. Pasuk A says lo sevashel. You did it anyways. It turned into te'eva. If you cook on Shabbos and the Torah says lo sevashel on Shabbos, your food turned into te'eva. Nothing to do with anything else. What? No. The eating part. How do I know you're not allowed to eat it? Because I was over yesterday on cooking it, so I turned this food into a toyeva. How do you say toyeva? Abomination? I turned it into abomination, and now this toyeva becomes us because of kol toyeva, not because of bas b'chalav. Another is called toyeva. Kol shetiyat l'cha areu b'bal toychal. Give me some examples of something like that. No, there's other stuff. Yeah. There's the Gemara is going to go through a few of them. Like whatever it is. Charisha, anything. Fine. How do I know you're not? It's also ba'ano. K'der ba'avod, amr b'avo, amr b'loz, kol mogim shenem lo yoichal, lo yisoichal, lo yisoichlu. Since the Torah says lo yisoichal kol te'eva, in the lo yisoichal is included also Israel. It's not just eating. The nevela, in nevela that you're not allowed to eat, the Torah says, you know what? You could sell it. You could give it away. So it's a special heter by nevela. And if you don't have that heter by nevela, like bas b'chalav doesn't have that heter, it automatically becomes asur b'hana like everything else in the Torah. The Sanya. We just had the sugi in Avodah Zarah a year ago. What does the Torah tell us? The simple words in the Torah: sell a nevela to a guy, give it away to a ger toishav. That's it. Those are the 2 options. Can I give it to a guy? Can I sell it to a ger toishav? The Torah doesn't tell us. In that we have a machlokes, Remeir and Yehuda. If we learn the pasuk pshutik mashmai like Rabbi Yehuda, or we could change things around a little bit. How do I know I could sell it to the ger? The ger that I'm supposed to give it to free. I have $1,000. How much does a cow cost? Literally $1,000. We just saw. We spent on our sheep 1,700 shekel, right? A cow, and it had nothing meat. It had 10 kilo of meat at the end of the day. We paid 1,700 shekel just for the sheep. Little rip-off. The guy had to go into the... What? Okay, but he had to rent a car. Remember, he brought him that rented car. He had to go into the... Okay, I didn't want to go down to that thing, so he did it. He went down to the thing and he dirtied his car. Bekitzer. But a cow, Rabbi said a cow costs $1,000. The cow turns into nevela. It turns into nevela, so we say that nevela, you have to give it away for free to ger. Shkoyach, we need Yuval. No. Yeah, okay. It's a sign that we have to go in 2 minutes. Says he's Tamad Oymar, Lager Titneno Oymachar, the word Oymachar. L'goy ben esina minayin, tamaloy met etneno oy machar lenachri. Nimtza, says the Gemara. The bottom line is, according to Meir, echad ger ve'echad goy, bein b'mechira, bein b'nesina, divrei Meir. Yeah, you don't have to lose your money. You could make a profit off the ger taishav. I know you like him, you want to treat him well, but it doesn't mean you have to give away freebies. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, dvarim kiksavim. No, the Torah means it literally. L'ger b'nesina, l'goy b'mechira. My time of the Rabbi Yehuda, iso gedav kidika Amar Rabbi Meir, l'chler rachmana lo yisochlu kol nevelo l'ger sheb'shurech d'tnena v'achalo machar. Oy lamali. Why does there say, oy shmamino l'dvarim kiksavim would also l'ger b'nesina or l'goy b'mechira? Rabbi Meir Amalach, hay oy lahagdim nesina the ger l'mechira the goy. It's better to give it away to the ger than to sell to a goy. Rabbi Yehuda lahagdim nesina the ger l'mechira the goy l'tzorch kara. I don't need a pasuk. Svarhu. It's logic. It's Zeh atam mitzvah la'achyoisoi, v'zeh atam mitzvah la'achyoisoi. Have an unbelievable Purim.
Everybody's invited.